Guys, I know the bike looks like it's in a state of utter and complete disrepair. That area there is an eyesore, but it's going to get better. Good day, welcome. In today's video, we are going to have a major update on the Jonway. So it's an exciting episode. It might be getting a little bit lengthy, but please stick with me. I'm going to start now. I want to have a look at the taillight and I want to see if I can get that mounted. Then I want to go over to my brother's. I want him to go with me through the bike quickly and see how are we going to fabricate a fitting for the front headlight / fairing. Want to get that done. I want to see if we can mount the foot pegs, and there's a little bit of other things as well. Want to see if we can maybe have a look at the mount for the speedometer that's coming, but I don't know if we're going to have enough time, but we'll see. So without any further ado, let's get out there. I want to show you the taillight. I want to see what I've got and the difference between the new one and the old one. Get ready for that. And then let's get over there and let's get cracking. Let's go. Okay, guys, we are getting rid of this light that used to sit here like that, but we are also getting rid of this entire piece that sat down here like that. So that's going away. That's going away. Good riddance. I'm so glad it's gone. And then this is the new light that we will be installing, and that will sit there. And it's going to have a new number plate down here, and the number plate's going to sit here. So down here, it'll be open like it is now. So yes, I understand that this entire grey storage area is not the greatest looking thing. We will try to neaten it up somehow. We'll see what we can do, but there's no getting past I need that storage area. And then there's certain areas that we need to cut off in order to prep for the new number plate and the new light fitment. I just want to highlight to you the way that I've done this wiring. As you can see, it's all wrapped with a cloth wrap. But now the thing is, this plug will go to the number plate light, so it has its separate light so that it will be removable. I'm going to have to make quite a substantial hole in the center here for this plug to go through, but that's fine, we will do that. So let's get busy with that. Okay guys, I just want to give a quick and a brief overview about what's going on so far with the scooter. Alright, so as you know, we have worked extensively on the wiring. We've already pre-wired the speedometer that's still coming. There's a lot of things that went down with the electricity of the bike. We did a lot of work. We have replaced these rubber boots. I have installed a new braided hose for the front. The hose was severely perished and dry rotted. So what we have coming is new rollers for the variator. I believe these are already flat. The bike shudders when it pulls away, so that needs to be taken care of, as well as a new drive belt. Then on the radiator we have a noisy fan, so a new fan is incoming. The thermal switch I have bypassed years ago and made the fan to run permanently. I have purchased a new thermal switch It's here already. It's a 75 degrees Celsius, so it's very low. So the fan will kick in early, which is how I like it. Then on the front of the bike, all this needs to come off. I need to make a bracket for the speedometer that's coming. This is going to be heavily modified for the fairing and the headlight that's going to be mounted here.
So in the next clip, you are going to see us doing a bit of welding on this front cradle right over there. If Andre can just point at that cradle. So that whole thing is removable, but we want to mount the brackets for the little headlight fairing and things in there.
That's why we're putting a wet cloth over the fuel
You'll see a drenched cloth over the fuel tank there. You're also going to see me spraying some stuff all over the bike there. That is just anti-splatter. Unfortunately, it makes quite a mess and it is oily and things. It has to be properly washed off afterwards. But what that then does is all the welding splatter simply with a cloth just wipes away. So, here's to the next clip.
All right, so what happens here, I quickly want to show you the sequence for the light. That's a little dance it does. Then you're going to see it fade. That is light on. This will be break, flash twice, stay on, flash twice, stays on. That's left indicator, right indicator. Okay, so right, as you can see, I have fitted spotlight brackets to the frame, welded them in. They are super sturdy, and then that will be park or DRL, if you will. I'm going to wire these so that I can activate them with only that enabled as well. That will be your low beam, high beam, and low and high. Then we have our right indicator. You won't be, I think you will be able to see the left one. Left indicator. They are quite short, but they are super bright. Let's go back to the right one and see they are very bright. These are not wired in yet. I need to get a relay and I need to make a harness for them, and I'm still waiting for my switch. Right, let's go to the top. As you can see here, there was a little frame on here with a pointy thing there for the fairing that was on this bike previously. That was cut off. This whole thing went down straight. Then it had a strange loop there at the bottom. It had to do there because it was living inside a frame, which a fairing, which is no longer there. I have tonight lengthened these wires for the left and the right switch, as well as both of the brake light switches. So I have lengthened them because, let me show you that. As you can see, I have everything contained within here because I am planning on building little covers for this thing out of steel. My one plug came out, so I know exactly what is what here. I still need to mount this relay. This relay came without any mounting tab. Nice, ain't it? Anyway, I want to cover the sides up and at the back as well as at the top. This is the pre-wired plug that will go into the speedometer once it comes. It's going to stay here. It's going to live here. So I wanted to lengthen all these wires so that it can go into that cover that I'm busy making, so that I can close up all the wiring, because a bike with open wiring isn't really something to look at. So that's one thing I'm busy with. So keep an eye out for that. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. If you made it this far, thanks for sticking around. We managed to do a lot of things. So as you saw, we mounted the front foot pegs. We mounted the spotlights as I wanted to do. I'm glad it's done. I'm glad they are in. Those mounts are super strong. They're ready to go. So at the end, the video went a bit longer because I wanted to include me working on the fairing in the front. So you saw me trying to make a template to cover up the back, because the thing is that I want to do and I feel I need to do is I need to cover up the wiring of the bike. Where everything plugs in, I cannot leave that exposed. So I wanted to do that, and I found that the front switches wiring is too short. So I was trying to make a plan in how am I going to get this little cover to fit over them. And I decided, you know what, the far easiest route to go is just to cut those wires off and extend them by about this much. So I've done that, and yeah, it works perfectly now. Everything works. The wires are long enough to fit into that the cover that I'm busy making. So that's done. The spotlights are not installed yet. They are fitted, but they're not installed. I still need to get the relay and a switch and build up a wiring diagram for that. So that will do. And you saw me also just covering quickly everything that we added to the bike with a light coat of black paint. Guys, I know it's not a conquest winner paint job. That's not what it's about. It's about to just prevent flash rust. I am going to paint the entire frame properly. You'll see that it's going to come. So we'll address that matter when we get there. Guys, if you made it this far, thanks for sticking around. Really appreciate it. If this is the type of content that you enjoy watching, please consider subscribing and liking the video. We really appreciate it. And until the next one, stay safe, ride safe. Catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.